Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Coffee and Craft with Nix and Timmy. Today we are doing Junk Journal July UK, which is a collaboration between Be Happy Stationery and the Vintage Button, Sandra and Lindsey. And today is one of my days, day 24, which is black and white, if you hadn't guessed already. So there are a number of things that you can do for black and white. Here I've got a whole bunch of different things, and I am going to make a collage. Not a collage, well it is a collage, but it's a masterboard. And just show you what kind of papers and things you can use for black and white, and what other things you can use. Okay, so I have obviously black paper, doilies, these are just little envelopes, some black cardstock, black and white photos. I've got some x-rays here that I thought would be quite cool. You can obviously use encyclopedia pages because they're black and white, or you can use the black and white photos in the encyclopedia. I got black and white stickers, black bags, some more doilies, obviously, and obviously music paper is black and white as well. I also have black and white lace, black lace, white lace, black and white lace, all sorts of different things. So we're just going to have a little bit of fun, make a collage and a masterboard, and then we will make some other things out of the masterboards afterwards. Yeah, okay, so this is a piece of watercolor, A3 watercolor paper. For Americans it is about 16.5 inches by 11.5 inches. So I don't know what your equivalent is for that. So it's like double letter size. So that would be letter size and then double. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I've got all my black and white pieces of paper for my collage. I'm just going to set those aside. I'm also going to just pull out some black and white washi tape. Cool. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to get going with some black and white pieces. Okay, so you just carry on with that, and I'm going to show you the end product. Okay, so there we go. I've got everything laid down. And I actually think that looks really cool. I think I'm going to make another one. So I've kept all my pieces over here. So I am obviously not going to use this in my Junk Journal July journal. So I think I probably might use it in my haunted journal. And I'll do another one with maybe out the x-rays, so that I can do that in my Junk Journal July. But I just think that looks really cool. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to cut around it. just to cut all these edges off. Okay, there we go. So what I'm also going to do is I have my black and my white distress crayon, and what I'm going to do is where these bits are really white, I'm just going to put a little black, and then where they are really black, I'm going to put a bit of white. That makes sense. To be honest, I never actually really know what I'm doing with these crayons, but I pretend I do. Okay, so now I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to stick some writing paper on the back, and then we're going to cut them up into tags and such. Okay, so there we go, all dried off. Oh, and I stuck key things. So now I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to cut it up. So those look really cool. So let's round the corners. Okay guys, so there we go. That's what I made. I made some index cards. 1, 2, 3. Some little tags. 1, 2, 3. Medium tag. Different medium tag, a large tag, 2 large journaling cards, a tab, circle window, and a bitty band. So those are those, and now I am going to play around with black and white photos. And also with some pockets. So first things first, we're going to use one of these black and white photos. Let's go with this guy. So another idea is obviously to do my favorite thing, which is to make a damaged grungy photo card. Not an identity card, but a photo card. I love making these. I've made them on my channel before. Okay, so I can't even remember how I do this. But here we go. You need to scrunch all this up. It's best to use printer paper for it. Or you could use slightly heavier paper. So the idea behind this is that this photo needs to be saved because it's really old. and somebody has tried to restore it. So I always sand it. But I try not to sand over their faces because it looks really ugly actually if you sand over their faces, just my opinion. And you want to really sand like the corners quite hard so that it almost takes the color off completely. And the same with the very edge. You also want to try to be quite careful with this. So on this guy as well, I'm going to put some drops of water on it around the edges as well. It looks a bit water damaged. Go. Okay, so we're just going to wait for that to dry and then I'll be back. Okay, so there, that one's finished. So I put some spiderweb on because this is really old. And I just put, that's been hanging on the wall, whatever, and I just added some pieces of booby tape. So there's another thing that you can do. Okay, so finally I have a black bag. This is just a party bag that you get from the party shop. Very simple, very easy. And all I'm going to do is use some modeling paste. There we go. I'll let that dry. So there we go. That's all dry. Now I'm going to spray it with water and just wipe it off. Just because I like the kind of pattern it makes in the background when you wet it. Okay, so there we go. Now it doesn't look so flat. It gives it another dimension. Okay, for the final idea, it is just plain old stamping. You got your white paper bag and your black stamp with a bit of lace. So there are all my ideas for black and white. Hope you enjoyed the video and I hope I gave you some inspiration. Thanks very much. Bye.